This video is going to go over question number 3 in the warm-up for the Algebra Week 6 work that focuses on a specific type of step function called a floor function and a ceiling function. So here in question number 3, they give us this paragraph. Please use the advertisement and graph below to answer the question. On the graph below, you may click and hold down on the graph to see the numerical values. This might be helpful in answering the questions. So if I was doing this on Canvas, I would be able to click anywhere on the graph, like right there, and it would give me the coordinates of that point. So that would be at like 1.5, 120. Unfortunately, because this is a screenshot, I can't do that here, but that's okay. We can still answer these questions. So question number 3 asks, in the graph above, T represents the time in hours, where C of T, or C parentheses, T parentheses, represents the cost of plumbing services in dollars. And it wants us to complete the following function notation statements. And it gives us C of 1.5, C of 4, and C of 0.5. So in this problem, our T is actually our X variable. It's the amount of time, and that's our X-axis, which means here I'm finding my Y value or my output value when I have an X value of 1.5, when I have an X value of 4, and when I have an X value of 0.5. So I'm trying to find what the Y value is that goes with each one of those X values. So I need to look at the coordinates for the graph. Let's do number 1 first, C of 1.5, or when X is 1.5. Well, we kind of already answered that a minute ago. When X is 1.5, right here in the middle of 1 and 2, if we look up to the graph where my step function actually is, we have a point right here, and I'm doing my best to color that in, at 120. So when I have an X value of 1.5, I have a Y value of 120, which means the answer to this one is 120. Here we are evaluating step functions, and evaluate is the same thing as saying solve. So let's try it for this second part. I'm going to erase the graph so we have a little bit more room here. And for the second one, we're looking for the C of 4, or when X equals 4. So I go here to the X-axis where X is 4. I go up to the actual step function. Now here I have an open circle here, but I have a point right here. When you have this is called a jump or a gap, and you're actually going to take the number that goes with the closed circle. So if it's an open circle, that means it is not included. I should say that means. So open circle means not included. So we're taking the number where we have a closed point, and that's going to be right here at 200. We have the point 4, 200. So when X is 4, Y is 200. So that's our answer here for number 2. All right, one more. We're going to try number 3. I'm going to go ahead and erase the graph again. Actually, we'll leave that part here. I'll just erase the graph. So I have the C of 0.5. I'm saying when X is 0.5, what's my Y value? So I'm going to come over here to the graph. 0.5 is halfway between 0 and 1. I look up. That point is here in the step function. And that is when Y is 80. So I have a point at 0.5, 80. That's my Y value, so that's my answer. If you're still having trouble with this, please email me and we can work on these problems together. This should really help you solve the other 3 questions in the graded warm-up.